United Way of Mid-Coast Maine helps people in need get immediate practical help by funding effective local partner agencies. It also makes connections, bringing people together to address community problems and work toward long-lasting solutions. Currently, United Way is working on a drive to recruit 400 new volunteers to become readers, tutors, or mentors. Volunteers can help young people facing adversity change their lives for the better at agencies like Big Brothers Big Sisters.
Well, I first heard about it at a United Way rally.
Eric London, design manager of the new DDG 1000 at Bath Iron Works, became a Big Brother. He went on to organize teams of BIW employees for the agency's bowl-a-thon and to join the board.
All of the child organizations that are supported by United Way allow the mentors to get into a program somewhere where they're comfortable.
Debbie Oliver heard her co-worker Eric talk about being a Big Brother and decided to volunteer herself, which ended up helping 11-year-old Isabel.
Well, at first I was a little shy.
Debbie takes Isabel to the Maine Maritime Museum, other museums, shows, and activities. The big and little sister have a strong connection.
I think we do, don't we? What's the biggest thing we have in common?
Well, we love books.
We love books. We love to read.
Debbie says she sees the value of giving to United Way.
And I know the impact. I just look at Isabel and see how much she looks forward to doing fun things together, and and I just know that the money is used, it's used in good places.
One time, Debbie helped Isabel make presents for her family.
And then when it was Christmas, I gave them to them, and they were all happy and excited.
How'd that make you feel?
Happy.
United Way brought people together in another initiative around mental health. Police officers were responding to a growing number of people in mental health crisis. With the help of a grant from the John T. Gorman Foundation, United Way provided every local law enforcement agency with additional training conducted by the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
The training has been fabulous. It's opened their eyes a little bit on having a better understanding of what the individual is going through. Having United Way as a member of our team, so to speak, or allowing us to be a member of their team, has been really helpful to us.
United Way of Mid-Coast Maine is, I think, the backbone of our networking. They're the organization that brings us all to the table.
Bath Police Chief Mike Field says the crisis intervention training has saved people's lives, including a man his officers saw in downtown Bath at 1 in the morning.
Because of their CIT training, which is a negotiation type training, they were able to engage in conversation, and the person then turned over, had a knife in his hand, a little knife, and a note that said he wanted to hurt himself. But the officer gained his trust, turned those items over, and safely was able to transport him to the hospital to receive the treatment he needed. He certainly saved his life. And I think to that person, they received the help they needed. Someone cared about them, and both sides win.
Another connection involving law enforcement is the Good Morning Call-In program that helps elders in the greater Brunswick area live independently at home, safely.
We are isolated, and I'm no spring chicken. In case something happens to me, Fred would really be in very serious trouble.
The Good Morning program was first implemented when Libby Herrick, who was working with People Plus, felt a need in the community.
We had 20 some odd partners when we started the Good Morning program. It was because of the United Way that I got to know a lot of those other agencies and people. I love the fact that this United Way really works hard to connect all of us.
Retired school teacher Beverly calls the Brunswick Police Department every morning by 9:30 and leaves a message.
I'm calling on behalf of Fred and me. We're both okay.
A People Plus volunteer listens to all the messages and calls anyone who hasn't called in. If she can't reach them, she asks a designated friend or neighbor to check, and if need be, the police department will send an officer to make sure they're okay.
It really is this perfect marriage of connecting municipal with nonprofit.
Beverly says the partnership gives her something very valuable.
Peace of mind, a great deal of peace of mind.
Seniors in the greater Bath area who could use some more help to stay in their homes can be matched with a volunteer in a program initiated by United Way. Harriet of Woolwich is 93 years old. During World War II, her husband joined the Army, and she worked on Liberty ships in South Portland.
Oh, I was glad to do it.
Harriet went on to work over 20 years at Bath Iron Works, raised 2 children, and beat cancer twice. In her 80s, Harriet could no longer drive, so she would walk across the Sagadahoc Bridge because she liked to go shopping in Bath.
But when I got to the point that I stopped traffic, one time I said, I guess this is it, I better hang up.
Harriet would sometimes stop for a treat at the Bath Sweet Shop, where she met a former coordinator of the search program who suggested Harriet sign up. Volunteer Linda could give Harriet rides, for example to medical appointments, when family members couldn't.
Harriet's an inspiration. Not much keeps her down.
Harriet still likes to play bocce at the senior center.
What a shot, though.
Unlike Harriet, who has close family, some of Search's clients are alone.
They're really stuck in their homes. There are people that don't see another face for another human being for 6-7 days at a time. And our volunteers or Meals on Wheels people are the only people that they see all week. Loneliness is a huge problem. It's a huge problem.
Harriet and I are friends, and we talk as friends. And so that is a support too.
The dealer gets the curb return, so all I have is 6. Where are you going with those? You just leave them.
There's more to life than going to the doctor. Going out to lunch once in a while. Things like that that a volunteer can do to bring some sunlight into somebody's life.
United Way's work bringing people together has had long-lasting effects on local people and on the way our community works. Thank you for connecting to people and your community with United Way.
Live united!
Live united.
Live united.
Live united.
Live united.
Live united. Live united.
Live united!
Live united.